Good morning, guys. It's Wednesday. We're doing a travel gear review. I'm pumped. I got a lot of good stuff back here. So without further ado, let's jump right in. All right, so first things first, I have 3 different Osprey backpacks. This guy is the little office bag, and he actually attaches to this guy, which is like my main suitcase. And then I have the day bag for hiking and every kind of activity such as that with a little bit more space. So I'm gonna break things down. We'll start with the office bag. I'll show you how he attaches to the suitcase. We'll kind of throw everything together and see how it all fits. All right, guys, we're gonna have to do this on the floor. As you can see, it's very empty down here. We don't really have any furniture left because we've been liquidating and trading. So I apologize for that, but it shouldn't be too bad. So the office bag, this guy is gonna basically house the laptop, anything that goes with the laptop, external hard drive, gonna need to pick up a couple more of these guys. This is a 2 terabyte, probably gonna pick up at least a 4, and maybe like a rugged drive or something like that. Also in there I have this leather-bound physical paper notebook, so gonna be doing a lot of journaling, a lot of writing, just in case the iPad Pro doesn't have batteries for where we're going and I can't write on this guy. I got my backup notebook. Also on the note of that, I have the Kindle. I'm gonna load this guy up with as many books as I can. Hopefully just fill this thing up and crush some reading while we're out there. That guy goes in the office bag. Now, first pair of headphones are the Bose, the wireless noise canceling. So what I like about these guys is you don't have to run them off the battery. It comes with this cable. You can plug it into the laptop, so when you're editing, you don't drain the battery on the headphones directly. At least I think it doesn't drain it. You don't have to turn them on, so don't quote me on that. And then the backup headphones, also Bose, these wireless sport guys. Obviously the battery inside that guy is quite a bit smaller, so if we're on the go, terrain, these guys don't have enough power to charge those guys up. These guys will pretty much charge up real quick. So boom, got both headphones in this bag. Under the seat on the airplane, pretty much on me at all times. But he actually does attach to the suitcase bag, which I'll show you here in a second. Now the iPad is actually gonna live in my camera bag, and I don't have my camera bag yet. I haven't ordered it, but I plan on getting it soon. So this is the day hiking bag. It's a little bit bigger. It's got this nice mesh pocket on the back. They call this the anti-gravity suspension. And this thing is, you can load this up pretty good, and this bag still feels like it's nice and light. It breathes, your back doesn't get all sweaty, and it does come with in the bag water bladder, which is very, very handy. And this pocket I plan on keeping like a microfiber towel, clean off the lenses, keep shooting. We're gonna be probably off the grid from power for up to a week, I think. I'm not sure, it might be 4 days, might be up to a week. So I'm planning for that. And this guy is gonna live both of these battery backups with this foldable waterproof solar panel charger. Now this guy has 2 USB ports, so I'll be able to plug both of these battery backups into this. Boom. Put it on your back. This will fold up, plug into the bears. Got 3 solar panels. Now you're hiking in Africa, in the Costa Rica, wherever you're at, charging up your power. And that way, you know, you got your phone, whatever you need to charge up, you always have at least the USB battery backup. The only downside, obviously, the bigger electronics like the laptop and stuff like that cannot be powered by this. And inside this guy, since it is a carry-on, I always like to have this little pod, which is, how many times have you seen people lose their luggage and not have anything with them? So this is the backup. Got the raincoat, got some board shorts. I don't know what shirt I'm gonna throw in here yet, but I'll have a shirt that just lives in, you know, travel size toothpaste and toothbrush, just kind of backup bathroom supplies in this little guy as well. But I'll have these guys, which are like a water-based, they can get wet, they're airy, they're nice and light, they dry really fast. But these guys will also be in this bag to separate my shoes. This will be in my big bag, so if that bag does get lost, I'll be out of these shoes and most of my clothes, but I'll still have a backup pair of shoes, my flip-flops that I'll have on me, and the backup clothes cube. So this guy's kind of like the survival bag. It is a survival bag, so we have Leatherman multi-tool. We got pliers, got a file, there's a couple of knives, a serrated knife, a straight-bladed knife, some scissors, just kind of a multi-tool, whatever happens. This guy obviously won't be flying with this. This will be in the check bag when we get there, but this will have that on me. I will have also a piece of flint and some, I think that's magnesium, shave it off, whatever, emergency fire starter. A little light to hang up in the tent. This is a little guy. If that guy runs out of batteries, whatever, just get rid of it. We'll each have LED headlights. So these guys are pretty bright. These guys are USB, micro USB rechargeable. So we'll always have at least our headlamps on us, and these guys we had these guys in Thailand. We went out and hunted down frogs for spicy frog soup for breakfast, and these guys were legit in the water buffalo field when there was no lights anywhere to be seen in Thailand. Yeah, and so what's the point of having a water bladder on your back if you don't have any clean water? It's probably one of the best water filters you can buy. Just didn't spare any expense. I bought the one that says 99.99999% filters out everything. You just throw this guy, hose unfolds, you throw this guy out into the water source and then unscrew this, and when you pump it, water comes in, everything gets filtered out. It actually pukes out the dirty water to the other tube, and then clean water comes out the bottom into the bladder. I haven't actually tried this guy out. I should probably try this in the States before we try this in Africa, but obviously there's going to be some scenarios where this is not an option, but whatever, if you see some water that looks pretty clean, looks pretty good, run it through the filter. There's no filter element to change in here. This thing is supposed to be all self-cleaning, completely 100% sustainable, run and gun, doesn't take up that much room. It's the third one? Fire, water, and coffee. Gotta have your coffee. Starbucks Via, this is what I find to be the best solution to that, instant coffee. And they're just little packs. I'll probably just scatter like 2,000 of these out throughout my entire luggage. Then the dive gear. I'm bringing my own diving supplies. I want to get some really good underwater footage. We probably have, this isn't going to be a very heavy diving trip when we're in Africa. Obviously when we're in the Bahamas, it's going to be very dive heavy, but I'm going to bring my own scuba mask, my own snorkel, and I'm gonna bring one weight on my weight belt. I wanna get really good shots underwater, so weighting myself down with a comfortable weight with a safety belt. When you free dive, you want this quick flash release. So if you do have to dump your weight, it's just really quick. Pop it, get rid of it, drop the weight, head back up to the surface. Being a diver for so long, that's the biggest thing about being underwater, is just keeping yourself comfortable. And that's also, this guy is my dive watch. It lets you know how deep you are, how long you've been down there, and just also for peace of mind. Anyways, moving on. This is my Karen bag, and Heather bought me this from a family we stayed at in Thailand, and so I plan on keeping this as also just kind of like, I plan on wearing board shorts most of the time, so I'm not gonna have very many pockets, so I like to bring that guy with me. And yeah, it's from a previous travel, and it's from my wife, so very special to me. Let's do the sleeping system. We do need to bring our own sleeping mat and our own sleeping bag. This is actually what they call a sleeping quilt, and I'll show you why that's a quilt and not a sleeping bag. This is what they call a travel sheet. So this is just nice and thin, but it opens up. This is, you guys probably can't tell that, but this opens up like a sleeping bag, so you can just cocoon yourself in this wherever you are. You know, if the bugs are nasty, it doesn't matter. You're staying in a hostel, you don't want to sleep directly on that bed, just slip this guy on and jump in there. But basically this guy is a very compact sleeping pad. This folds out bigger than this sleeping bag is exposed right now. I'm not going to bust this guy out because it's kind of a pain to get him back in there, but I'll be a pro at it at the end of this trip. So this is a sleeping quilt because the back is actually exposed. But then this guy is insulated to, so this guy's insulated to 15 to 20 degrees. This guy's insulated to 30. So this guy goes on the back, the bag slips on over the pad, and then you have a nice warm shell over the top of that. And this thing is ridiculously light, and it folds up crazy small in this little stuff sack. A compression bag that's also waterproof. So it'd be waterproof, and you could suck it down. You can see it could even crush it even smaller. So basically that bag would crush it down even smaller. So we'll have to see, decide if they're worth it or not from there. All right, so I'm gonna throw everything together and show you guys how I'm gonna travel with it, see how it all fits together. All right, and this is pretty much it. This will be how I'm gonna be getting from place to place. Full pack load. I don't have all the stuff I'm taking with me in the bag, so it'll be a little bit heavier. That's pretty much that. All right, guys, I was just finishing up the edit for this video and I realized I didn't talk about one of the most important things about traveling, and that is power. On the different countries you go to, they have different plugs. You can buy these power adapter kits. And yeah, they're pretty important. Like this one is a special one we had to get for South Africa. This rest of this came in a kit, but this guy is its own special plug for South Africa only. And then don't just plug one of these guys into wherever you are and plug like your laptop or anything straight into it. You need to have an inverter because it's actually a different kind of power in certain countries. So you need to make sure that it gets turned down basically for the US appliances. And this guy's got USB directly on it and 3 power ports on top. So pretty handy little power hub. That's it. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit that like button and subscribe if you guys want to follow along our travels. We got some pretty interesting spots coming up. You're not going to want to miss it. You guys have a good night.